All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. It's Yaricel, the Multipreneur. We are back with another Money Monday. Every Monday we get together live on Facebook at 1 p.m. Later, most of you will probably catch the replay. Hello to you as well. Hello to everybody that is with me right now in the Zoom. We always meet in Zoom. We stream to Facebook. I know that Zoom is a platform that works for many of you, especially if you are watching this at work during your lunch break. And for those of you who will watch this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and that way you will not miss when the next video is up. So let's talk today about saving and saving. So for those of you who have my journal, From Red to Black weekly financial journal, I'm sure you have already started with saving. And for those of you who, well, let me not say what I want to say out. Let me save this for a little bit later. But you guys know the drill. We always begin Money Mondays with a scripture. So let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys. All right, here we go. So today's scripture is Proverbs 21:20. This is TLB version. The wise man saves for the future, but the foolish man spends whatever he gets. You guys, this is crazy, right? And I know for some of you, you're probably like, well, Yaricel, let me tell you something. I want to save, but I don't know. I just don't know if I can do it. And let me just tell you, you are not alone. There are so many people who feel the way that you feel. And I want to talk to you about a few statistics about this. But before we get started, let me just say that if you have the journal, in the back of the journal, there is a sheet that you need to be sure to fill out. It is a sheet to help you with your emergency fund. So you need to be aware of how much would it take if you were in different particular situations that you were without your income. So make sure you fill out the emergency fund sheet in the back of your journal. I know for some of you, you haven't done this yet. I actually had an opportunity to talk to somebody, and she had her journal and she had not even done this yet. So go to the back of your journal. There is a tool that will help you to get all of the specifics together for your emergency fund. So let me tell you something. I know that some of you are going to be in shock when I give you these statistics about saving, but get your coffee. That's about the hardest thing you should be drinking today at work right now. This is big time. So in 1984, Americans and those who are in the United States, and I know there are some of you who watch this from other places, but this is a statistic for the United States. But in 1984, on average, families were saving about 11% of their income. And then fast forward to 2006, it actually went down to -1%. And I'm not surprised by this statistic, simply because I know that 69% of adults do not have $1,000 in savings. That means the majority of people who will watch this video, you do not have $1,000 in savings. One thing that I think is a really, really cool statistic these days is that there are 73% of millennials that are saving. So shout out to you millennials. I know a lot of millennials feel like maybe they're not doing a good job with money, but you guys are actually leading the game as it pertains to the savings thing. I know for myself, when I was younger, I did not even think about saving at all. Now here's a statistic that I really it really breaks my heart that 50% of women have no savings at all. Girls, sis, what are we doing? Clearly, we have got to make some changes. And 38% of people really feel that they can't even save because of the expenses that they have. So I want to charge you to go back and look at my video on budget and look at my video on debt and see if that can help you. I'm working on a video to help you pick up some part-time work just from home that you can do that will help you to get some more income in your house. So stay tuned for that. You guys want to check back for that. So let me grab my notes. You guys know how I am. I got my notes all together. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. But I want to talk to you guys about saving. You know, most people are just completely dependent on that next paycheck. And without it, they're not going to be in a good position. And if you are somebody who is totally dependent on that next paycheck, then I want you to pay attention. The big thing that you have to know, according to the scripture, is that it is just wise to save. It is the smartest thing that you can do. And one of the things that I did was, you guys know that I'm a tither and I'm a giver. So I pay my tithes, I give my offerings weekly. Something we talk about on this channel is that we are intentional with our giving, and we set aside a specific amount that we are going to give. And when it's on our hearts to give over and above that, we do it. But one of the things that I want you to get into the habit of doing as it pertains to saving your money is, after you sow your first seed of giving, then you need to pay yourself first. That is the saving that you need to do. You need to have it be an automatic thing that comes out. Automatic. Make it so that you don't, it's like it's gonna happen. Make it so that it auto drafts out. That way you are forcing yourself to do it, because if you probably don't do that, you probably are not going to do it. You know, I'm not going to read this, but if you look back, Proverbs 30, 24 and 25, it talks about how ants work really hard in the summer to store up and save, so that when winter time comes and they can't just be, you know, going out walking around and, you know, getting their food and stuff like that, they'll still have enough to last them through that time. Saving makes provision for tomorrow. And what is debt? It's the opposite of saving. Debt, you know, makes presumption for tomorrow, and that's a difference. And so sometimes, you know, we go and we'll charge it on the credit card because we're like, oh, I'll pay it later. But you know what? Later may not come, or there might be an emergency later that'll cause you to not be able to pay that credit card. So you need to save up your money. Now, I want to talk to you about two types of saving. There's long-term saving and there is short-term saving. Long-term saving, what are you talking about, Yarcel? Well, I'm talking about your pensions. I'm talking about your retirement. Those things are long-term savings. Those are things that you don't even need to be thinking about touching that money no time soon. Okay? And we're going to do another video on investments. So I will share more about some long-term saving things. Then there are short-term savings, and short-term savings include like home repairs, your emergency fund. You say you get sick and you cannot work. Say you get hurt and you cannot work. But emergency things, if something happens to the car, whatever the case is, those are the short-term savings, right? So I want to talk to you guys really quickly about savings accounts, different kinds of savings accounts that you may have. About 50, I think it's like 51% of people have a savings account that is with a brick and mortar bank. So you go to the bank, you have your savings account. And then another maybe 25% have an online bank, a savings account, or with an online bank. And then the rest have a mixture of both. I actually have a mixture of both. I recommend that you have a mixture of both. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm not endorsing any particular online bank. I don't get anything, by saying this, but I think that Capital One, the 360 account, it is a great savings account. For number one, it's high yield. So you're going to get more interest than in the traditional bank. You'll find that a lot of times your savings don't really yield you anything. Like some people, it can be it varies, like it's variable, but some people get like 0.003, on savings, stuff like that. So you don't really make a whole lot of money in your savings account when you're with your bank at the brick and mortar. But a lot of the online banks are high yield savings accounts, and you don't have to have, I like the Capital One because I don't have to have a minimum to get high yield interest. And I know for some banks, you have to have like $10,000, but there are no minimums, there are no fees. I like that as well. And the other cool thing about my savings account that I have with Capital One is that it's easy to like put money in. It can just come from my checking account and just go straight there. There's no ATM card, so I can't just go to the ATM and just pull money out of it. They do have a ATM card for their checking account, but I'm not talking about the checking account. I'm talking about the savings account. But they do have locations. They do have locations that you can actually physically walk into if you need that. The other cool thing that I like about that account is that there are sub accounts. So like I really, I may see if I can show you this another time, but I can basically take my savings and divide it into subcategories. So I can say like, okay, this is for, emergency fund. This is for car fund. This is for house stuff. Like, you can break your money down into subcategories. So it helps you with staying organized and where money goes for this and where money goes for that. So I really enjoy that. I do have a savings account with my local bank, but I have both. And so I just want to charge you to get both and have both. But the thing about saving, there's no special magic trick to it. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. You count up because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you just need to be in the habit to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and to make sure you're taking care of your family and you're not putting yourself into a bad situation. Contrary to popular belief, and I'm going to close with this, a lot of people, they feel like they have to make certain big purchases and things before they have their savings together, and I highly disagree with that concept. I do not think you need to go and make huge, big purchases until you have the resources to handle an emergency type situation. The last thing you need is to be in a position where you're losing your car or you're losing your house because you don't have anything saved up. You did not prepare. In the Bible, Joseph saved for 7 years to be prepared for when the famine came at 7. So I'm just telling you, you guys, it's wise, it's smart, it's the right thing to do. If you aren't saving, start today. Start today. Put away what you can put away. $5, don't touch it. $10, don't touch it. If you went over, look back over the weekend, what did you spend money on? And if you're having trouble, like I know for myself, I have a very, very, very tight budget. So if you're a person and you have a very, very, very tight budget, go back and see where you can skimp. And if you can't, then stay tuned, because I'm going to share with you some ways that you can bring some more income into your home. All right, you guys, that's it. It was a quick Money Monday today. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you have any questions, just, hey, reach out to me. If you have not gotten your journal yet, go on to my website, IamTheMultipreneur.com. Get your journal. If you want a spiral copy of your journal, you have to get it on the website. And you guys stay tuned. I have some surprises coming. I have a new website that's getting ready to be launched. I'm really excited about that. We've got some great things. So I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Until next time, bye.